Alrighty guys, so it is a little while after you guys seen that last video of the 2J and all the carnage. Let me go ahead and turn on some more lights. Recently, I actually got sick. I had the stomach bug real bad. I was bedridden for a little while, but we're getting around to checking this thing out finally. It was sitting in the back of my car for a few days now. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this plastic off and we can go ahead and examine it a little bit better. Now, here we have the freshly redone head for the 2J. As you can see, the thing looks literally brand spanking new. I think it honestly looked better than a brand new head from Toyota itself. But anyways, we went ahead and did the basics on this thing. So we got it decked. We got all the valves taken out, cleaned. We got some new valve seals in there. We got the cams polished. And all the valves and seats checked. And the valve guides are perfect. He said this is like a super low mileage engine, which is kind of what I was told. So it's a good thing that that's true. But anyways, he just slapped the cams in here just to, you know, make sure the buckets don't fall out. I'm going to go ahead and make sure these are more than finger tight so I can flip this thing over and show you guys the combustion chambers. One quick look at the inside of this thing. Look at that. Look at these cams. Better than new. Awesome. Here we have the exhaust side, all bee blasted, all nicey nice. Forgot to turn my flash on, but as you can see, look at all that. Come on, focus. Beautiful. Beautiful. This thing's sketching me out. Look at the bottom of this thing. Brand freaking new, man. Cleaned up all the valves. The surface was a little warped. I didn't have a leaky head gasket, but you know, it was probably coming. So glad we got that done. Glad we didn't cheap out. JP killed it, dude. He did this thing in like, I want to say it was like maybe 2 nights of working on it, and I finally got around to go get to get it, and I'm super stoked. Very thankful. Very reasonably priced, especially with the turnaround time. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video for right now. I have to go do some things, and I'm just gonna go ahead and throw these valve covers on that thing real quick, and later in this video we're gonna go ahead and pop out the rest of the pistons, so stay tuned for that. It'll probably be about a second for you guys, but if you guys are excited for the JZ build, for the Gs300, she has been down far too long, man. I'm so ready to drive it. Alrighty, guys. So we got the all the pistons pulled out of the block. Let's go ahead and check out the cylinder bores. Definitely some scoring in number 1. This is the one that was really bad. We'll go ahead and look at the pistons in a minute. Number 2. Definitely some shit going on. Number 3. Getting to number 4. Number 5. The camera's awful. Sorry. Oh yeah. And then number 6. This thing's gonna have to get bored over, probably 0.5 over. Not a big deal. This is still a good block. Go ahead and look at the piston setup. Over here we got the pistons. This is number 1. We pulled this out a little while ago. As you can see, this thing was hurting pretty bad. So that's a lot of detonation right there. The skirts of the piston, you know, they got some scoring on them. This camera's awful. Rod bearing looks okay. Definitely some metal passing through there at one point or another. Probably when the thrust washers went. Piston number 2. Again, skirt's a little scored up, but the piston looks decent. I'm not seeing any cracks in any of the ring lands or anything like that. This rod bearing, not too bad, but there are some marks. Let's go ahead and look at number 3. Number 3, pretty much the same thing with the skirt situation. The piston looks okay though. Definitely a little bit of a detonation going on right there. You can kind of see that lip looking kind of nasty, but yep. Oh, this rod bearing is not too hot. Oh, actually, that's not even a bearing. Look at that. Bearing's right here. Yeah. Let's go on to number 4. Number 4, got some detonation. Got a little mark right there in that top of the piston. Yep. Same situation with the skirt. This one got some contact with the thrust washer when it decided to take a walk. Yeah. Sure, the rod's fine. Bearing's pretty much the same all the way out, or all the way throughout. Number 5, definitely got some detonation going on. Yeah. Same thing. Thrust washer decided to have a party in this piston too. This rod got a little bit of it, but definitely still usable. See the bearing. A lot of the coating is worn off, but I mean, nothing that catches my fingernail. And then we got number 6. 6 definitely has some of that same detonation going on. Skirt's pretty scored up. Seems pretty burnt up, dog. Got a nice score right there on the top of the piston. This one doesn't seem like it got any of the thrust washer damage. That's cool, I guess. Go ahead and check out some of these bearings. Again, coating kind of wearing off. Same deal. Yeah, so that is the rotating assembly minus the crank from the JZ. Clearly I'm fucking making a mess. All the journals on the crank look pretty good. Obviously, you know, when time comes to go ahead and build the short block, I'll go ahead and get that sent out, check it out, balance it, you know, polish it if need be. I'm sure that the main bearings are still pretty good. Nothing that a quick polish couldn't clean up, but I'm gonna go ahead, reassemble these back together quick, put them in like in a tote or something. I'll keep these rods. The rods are still good, and they still hold tons of power. So, that's it for that. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the new short block over here, kind of make some room right here, and maybe we'll go ahead and slap the head on. We're gonna go ahead and replace this with the one from the GTE because you can see it's a little different, and this tube that wraps around, it's all necessary stuff. We're gonna go ahead and get that copper spray on the gasket, set on the gasket, put the head on, give it a nice final clean wash, blah blah blah, stick it on, and then we'll go ahead and throw the head studs in and start torquing everything down. Got the fresh copper sprayed head gasket on there. To go ahead, pull this out a little bit, make some more room so I can get this head on. And I do have to pull the cams out quick. There's just a couple cam caps holding those fuckers in, so that shouldn't be too difficult. And come on, yeah, let's get her going. All right, guys, so we are working on the JZ again today. So far, I did this off camera. We were making some noise in the garage, so it was just easier to just knock this out quick. We get the cams torqued down in the sequence, got the cam seals in, nice and smooth. Everything went very well. Used a lot of this ultra slick lube before assembling. So these are all at 15 pounds, you know, in the sequence. I went off the manual. So right now I'm going to go ahead and probably swap out this water pump, and then we can go ahead and start putting on the backing plates, the crank gear, and then go ahead and time this thing, and then we'll go ahead and crank it over, make sure everything's good, and then we can go ahead and throw the valve covers on. Alrighty, quick update. Definitely didn't take any pictures or videos of me putting this thing together, but we got a little bit of progress. We got the GTE water pump on here with the whole water neck situation. I still got to change out this whole oil filter housing assembly. Gotta wait on that. We got the crank gear on, all timed, everything's good. All this is torqued down. One thing that I just ran into is, so this being a VVTi head, this being a non-VVTi block, that's where the oil pressure sensor was, which that's where the VVTi oil feed is from with this line. So I'm gonna have to find a 8th NPT to whatever this is, because I really do not think drilling and tapping that's a good idea, just because considering the difference in size. So you guys can kind of see it right there, and then you see it on the VVTi block. It's a lot bigger, it's a lot different. So gonna have to figure that out. Not a big deal. I can still keep going. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and throw the valve covers on with the new valve cover gaskets, and then I want to flip this thing over and get the oil pan off. Alrighty, guys, so this is where I'm gonna have to stop today, unfortunately. I just got some stuff coming up. I go hang out on my buddy's boat. It's too nice to stay inside. But little quick overview, we got the valve covers on. We got new little gasket things for the valve cover bolts. We get it all torqued down. It's like 6 foot-pounds. Yeah, I mean, we just buttoned up a couple little things here and there. I don't know if I already stated, but unfortunately I had to use this crossover because the other one was the wrong size. Obviously still have to swap all this stuff over. I got to find a adapter for the VVTi oil feed, so we got to figure that out, and swap oil pans, which is up there on the JZ shelf. That's what I call that. And yeah, I mean, we got it in time. I already turned it over a few times. Everything feels great, and yeah, pretty stoked. I don't know why this timing belt doesn't seem super tight. I'll have to look into that. It's a brand new tensioner. So anyways, like I said, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully in the next video we can go ahead and fully knock this thing out. You know, all the little stuff, mounts, oil pan, covers, oil filter assembly, housing, stuff like that. All the sensors, I'm going to swap out all the sensors. And I got to pick up a Collins adapter instead of the Maverick Motorsports kit, because I hate that kit. And if anybody needs a GE water pump, go ahead and hit me up. Sell it cheap. It's an OEM Toyota product. So yeah, got my mess of tools. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. We are making some progress on this thing, and hopefully we can go ahead and throw it in that cart sometime soon. Stoked. A lot of progress on that thing too. You guys will see a video on that upcoming, you know, in the upcoming days, probably this week. So hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead, subscribe, like, comment. See you in the next one.